Hey guys, me it's Dr. M, and I want to share with you guys a little bit about what I'm going to be talking about with anti-aging, because I think it's so important that there are some things that you can do right now that you're probably not even aware that you can do that can really make you not only feel good, give you more energy, and also actually slow down your aging process and make you feel and look younger, and especially in the next 5 or 10 years out, look way better than your friends and have much more energy and vitality by doing some of the things I'm going to talk about today. And this is all based on research, guys. I got to tell you that a lot of these things there are some common things that you just absolutely 100% have to know that are what are called the blue zones. And what are the blue zones? Well, the blue zones, they're the longest living people. And so don't forget, elephants are in the room. And so if something's been working and it's been working amazingly, you might want to implement some of those things. And so there are some common things that you need to know and that you should know. And then there's going to be some other things that I'm going to add on to on how to hack your way into becoming healthier, younger, more vitality, and just overall much better. But the first 5 common things that everybody should know, which most people don't know, are going to be number 1, is that these people that are living in the blue zones, they actually have a very high intake of wild plants. And so when we're talking about wild plants, we're not talking about going to the Jewel, the grocery store, and buying organic. We're talking about these people are going out in the fields, knowing what plants to pick, picking those plants, and then eating those on a regular basis. And number 2, that they were talking about high intake of legumes. Number 3, surprisingly, is low level of activity, of physical activity all day long. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a little bit. But we're not talking about going to a gym for 1 hour and then training and then sitting your butt in front of a computer like I'm doing right now. But I'm doing a little bit of exercise. You don't even know that. You can't see it. But I'm actually doing something right now to exercise myself. But I'll show you that, and I'll teach you that a little bit too. The other thing is we're going to talk about is that absence of smoking. You don't want to smoke, okay? And then a big one, which a lot of people don't even think about, is that when you go home for dinner, are you sitting there eating by yourself, or are you actually having a good social environment? Because that's one of the things that they found out with long-living people. They actually have not only a big family, friends and life and close relationships, but they're doing that around the dinner table as well too. So really important to not just have family, but have good friendships. Now, how did I get into this anti-aging thing? Well, guess what? I'm Dr. M. You guys know that. I'm 50 years old. What? Yes, I am. I'm 50 years old. And I've been an athlete my whole life. And when I turned 50, I got to tell you, I started getting a beer belly. And I wasn't drinking beer. And so I knew there had to be a problem, especially if I was needing more and more coffee. My wife told me I don't even tell you, I'm going to tell you. My wife said that there was a point where I was spending over $200 a month on Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks is very expensive. And so I wouldn't just buy the coffee. I'd buy the mocha, frappuccino, venti, latte, all that stuff, which is really not good for you. But I knew there was a problem. And so then I was, going through these seminars that I often go to, and I saw this doctor that was 72 years old, and on the caption it said, the body of a 22-year-old. And then I'm like, yeah, right, this is Photoshop, right? But on the bottom of it, it said that this is not even Photoshop, it hasn't been altered in any way. Needless to say, that got my attention. And so I've got some really, I got a big reason to get my health back. Hopefully you do too. And I've got 3 Energizer kids, like the Energizer batteries. I coach their teams, so I need a lot of energy. Plus I got patience, been practicing for 21 years, been blessed to do that. And so I got to keep that energy and that vitality up, because you guys probably know the chiropractic I do, I don't do it just like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I work on you guys. I get you stretched. I get you more flexible. I get you more healthy. I get those joints moving. And I do a lot of things with my hands to the patients, which a lot of chiropractors do not do. And so I need energy to be able to do those things. And lastly, my wife's got MS. And I've got to be on the top of my game. I've got to be on the cutting edge, treatments out there on technology of stuff that really does work. And so I had a big reason. And so, a lot of people out there right now, I got to tell you, they're in this anti-aging industry, and they're talking in theory. They're talking about paper. And that's not how I fly. I read that stuff. I think it's important. But my clinic for 21 years has been this big, gigantic experiment. And so if people are okay with me experimenting on them, I find out outcomes, what really does work. So I take away all the crap and all the fluff out of there, and I'm telling you stuff that actually does work. And so if you guys are getting interested and this is getting exciting to you, I know it's very exciting to me, then make sure that you look at the date on the calendar that we've got. You ask the person at the front desk, and we'll get you signed up for that anti-aging seminar, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to blow your mind with, that I'm going to be talking about, and getting you, not only getting you to lose weight, getting you to teaching you how anti-anxiety stuff, about breath work, about hormones, about detox, about some stuff out there that you've never even heard of, that I won't even do, but stuff that you should know about, for everything about your body that I will be addressing, that you can find avenues to get yourself healthy. So if that's something you're interested in, go see the front desk, go talk to our front desk person. They'll tell you the date of when it's going to be doing that. We're going to be doing it, and it's going to be amazing. Your life probably will never be the same again if you attend and you make that a priority. And that's something that it has to be. Your health has to be a priority if you want to change your life. Take care, guys.